G'day legends, I hope you're all amazing. On today's video, I want to show you a couple of accessories that I found very useful with the Fractal AM4. I've been doing a bunch of gigs with this and I've been playing it a lot here in the studio. I just want to take you through a few things that you may not have thought of if you've just grabbed an AM4 that will definitely come in handy when you're gigging or playing with your AM4. Let's dive straight in. First up, the accessory that I've used by far the most with all my Fractal gear over the years is an expression pedal. This is a Fractal EV2. This is my main gigging expression pedal. I've probably done a few hundred gigs with this one so far, and it's been super solid. I really like how compact and pedalboard friendly it is while still being super robust. It also doubles up as a mono volume pedal if I want to use it with a traditional rig. Another great option would be something like this Boss EV30. Again, very well put together. This one's cool because it's a dual expression pedal. You could control the AM4 with one output and then another piece of gear with the other. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how I like to use an expression pedal. The most common would be using it as a wah. I also like setting up the pedal 2 jack on there as a volume pedal. And one cool thing about the AM4 is you can assign the input volume, the output volume, or the amp block volume to an expression pedal without using a block on the AM4. So you can still use those 4 blocks for, say, an amp, drive, reverb, and delay, and have volume control wherever you like it in the chain. Now, of course, you can use an expression pedal to control any parameter you like in real time. A great one to try if you've never done it before would be something like the delay or reverb mix. It can really add some expressive qualities to lead guitar or bends on there. It means you don't have to constantly turn your delay on or off or swap scenes while you're doing this. You can just live on the expression pedal and blend in as much delay or reverb as you like. Here's an example. Next up, this may not be the most exciting piece of gear ever, but it's a great space saver and it's cost effective. Get yourself some of these, some TRS to XLR jacks. I think a big misconception is because the AM4 doesn't have XLR jacks on it, that it doesn't have balanced outputs. It does have balanced outputs. You've got TRS balanced outputs on there, and using a TRS to XLR converter will turn that into a balanced XLR out. So you could plug an XLR cable into that, and then you don't need a DI to send to front of house at all. Again, these ones can be had relatively cheap and they can fit into your gig bag or under your pedal board really easily. While we're talking about cables, grab yourself some TRS to dual TS jacks. So this is a stereo cable on one end that breaks out to a pair of mono cables. And this is super effective because the AM4 has an insert loop placed at the end of the chain. The output and input use stereo jacks. So what you can do with this, you can take the stereo output from one of them, and then you can go to mono ins on either a single stereo pedal, or you could break it out to a pair of mono pedals if you wanted to. Most effects pedals you're going to come across are probably still using separate mono outputs for their stereo ins and outs on there. Some of them, like the Strymon Mini series on there, do use TRS jacks, in which case you could use balanced TRS cables for that. Here's an example of using these cables with the AM4 and the awesome Empress ZOIA for some wacky ambient effects. Last but certainly not least, MIDI is a fantastic way to expand the switching capabilities of the AM4. This normally means making your pedal board a bit chunkier with an external MIDI pedal, adding an external power supply, things that I definitely appreciate, but I often don't want to go the whole hog and add. I just want instant access to the tuner and tap tempo. So using an expression pedal for my wah, that gives me one pedal jack left. So I could get one of those functions if I wanted with a passive switch, or I can do what I've done here and use this hot tone pulse controller. I've got two programmable foot switches on here. These can send MIDI program changes or control changes on here. It's rechargeable as well, which I love. And you've got this little TRS MIDI jack on the back. The way I've been running it is with this cable. One end is a standard jack on here, and the other one is a mini jack. So this goes to the AM4. This one goes into the little pulse controller, and I've programmed it so that I've got tap tempo on this foot switch and then access to the tuner over here. I could assign it to whatever I want, or I could use it as an external passive foot switch as well. It's a very handy little device, quite affordable as well. And again, not having to add power or a fully featured MIDI controller on there just gives me enough. I've set this pedal up so that I've got tap tempo on the left foot switch and then access to the tuner on the right. Now, I've left a bunch of other options on the table, and that's where I want to hear from all of you. What pedal board are you mounting the AM4 to? Are you doing what I'm doing, where I'm just raw dogging it and placing it on the floor without a pedal board? Or have you got this mounted as part of a larger setup? What are you carrying it in? Do you have a case or a bag? I've been using my regular gig bag or just slipping it into the front of my guitar bag. And are you using the headphones, digital ins and outs, or the USB on there? I'm always looking for new ideas for ways to get the most out of my gear, so I'd love to hear from all of you. And if you like this style of video, you can support me over on Patreon or check out some of the music that I make with my band Ragdoll. Go and make some loud guitar noises now, and I'll see you next time.